Okay, here we are. This is lesson 10 of drawing a 1963 Corvette Stingray coupe. And as you can see, I'm working on the left rear fender. And what I did was I left that too light on the area just above the belt line there. So what I'm doing is I'm darkening that up to make it closer to what the value should be. Probably still won't be as dark as it will be when I'm done with it, but at least it's a beginning, because the upper part of the fender is quite dark, right next to where the highlight is at the very peak of the fender. So I have to bring this up to a value that's kind of close to that. And also I need to darken this a little bit so that I can see how far I need to go with the parts that are under the belt line, because that's in shadow, and that is going to be darker than the areas up on top. So again, it's all a balancing act, and you're walking through this and you're trying to make sure that everything is right compared to the other places. Like, is this darker than that is, and should this one be darker or whatever. So you have to check all the time to check the relative tonal values of the different parts of the body. And I use a reference on that, and it's a photograph, whether I've taken it or whether I find it somewhere or somebody gives it to me that they've taken. And that's what I do, is to check out to see how everything compares to each other. And that's really the most satisfying part of this whole thing, is doing a drawing that when you get done with it, people look at you and say, "You drew this?" Or, "Gee, that really looks good." Like I said, I don't do it exactly the way the photographs are either. I try to make it more dramatic and more impactful, so that when you take a look at it, you really see what I want you to see, and that is something that's hopefully that's an exciting drawing. Because I like it doesn't mean that somebody else will, but at least I want to make it so that it isn't boring. You want to have enough drama in it that it piques a person's interest and they want to see more of your work. So I always try to do that. I always try to make each drawing I do as the best one I've done so far. And if you do that every time, then you can always hold your head up and just say, you know what, I did the best I could. And if somebody else doesn't like it, there's nothing you can do about that, but you can make it so that it's a good drawing, at least to the best of your ability. We know whatever that is, because I'm sure I've done pictures that some people don't like, and that's fine. I can't change what they want to do or what they want to see or what they think, so there's no reason I should try or be concerned about it. Everybody likes different things, like that old saying that beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It certainly is with art. I know that there are beautiful paintings that people have done, that I don't particularly care for. I mean, I can appreciate what they did on it, but it's nothing that I'd like to hang in my home. So that's the way that it is, and this is the same. But at least you want to do as good a job as you can do, and you want to make it so that you like what you've done and that you think it's a good job. So you can't ask any more than that. Nobody can. And this is very individualistic, and it's something that speaks to you. You do this because you love to do it, and that's why I draw these. And if somebody else doesn't like it, gosh, that's fine. Their choice. But I don't have many people who say that they don't like it, so that doesn't mean they're all right, but it does mean that I'm doing the best I can with it for what I do, and if a lot of people like it, that's great, and if not, well, that's the way it is too. But I enjoy this, and I would be doing this if it never paid me a cent. In fact, if I had to pay to do this, I would keep doing it, because it is so much fun to do. To look at one of these when they're done, it just makes me really feel great. Anyway, nearly done on the rear deck. And then I'm going to do a little bit more down on the lower panel there too, just below the belt line in the back, down just over the license plate frame. And that's because the deck is dark, but the area underneath is in shadow, so it's even darker still. And Again, I'm playing one off against the other, trying to make sure that the areas that are darker should be darker in my drawing too. And then I may still emphasize something over and above where it really is in order to make it a little bit more dramatic and more appealing. Okay. Getting close now. I think by tomorrow we'll probably be able to finish up the whole rear deck area there. Maybe even part of the rear part of the top. But we'll see how that works out. Anyway, just about done. I hope to see you back here tomorrow. We'll do a lot more work, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. Thank you. Bye.